great to see our team really battle. Complacency is something that we talk to our guys about, like fighting is human nature. And I thought our guys did a very good job of keeping the foot on the gas today. So.
Duane, particularly in the first half, the amount of deflections and whatnot at the defensive end, just how vital was that for you guys to create some separation?
It was everything, because we weren't. I didn't like our flow and feel offensively in the half court, so it was the point of emphasis at the top of the list today was to really make them uncomfortable. And it starts with our denials, and then we talked about trying to reach our goal with 25 deflections, which we did. We did a really, really good job in the first half, and I think that carried over throughout.
Going back to seeing that, you think the flow, like getting the deflections, like you guys shot about 42% first half, you shot a lot better in the second half. You think that's like set the table for your for your offense and defense?
Yeah, 100%. We missed some chippies at the rim. We just were not in a good flow, and I think we had 13 or 14 points in transition to their 0 in the first half, and that was the difference. If we don't get those transition baskets that were brought to us because of the deflections and steals, it's probably a different ballgame at halftime.
For both players, talking about complacency and whatnot, did you sense any of that kind of creeping in this week, and just how did you feel like you guys were able to fend that off today?
Yeah, I think this is a good flashback for after the Penn game. We had a good win here against Penn, and then kind of GW, and I feel like after the win we felt a little bit of complacency. So the goal after this week, the win on Wednesday, good win against Drexel. Let's have practice this week, stay focused, just stay strong throughout the week and get the win on Saturday, and then we'll be moving on for future games.
Yeah, I think that the coaches have put emphasis on making sure that we handle winning the right way, and I think that after our past few games, obviously we've been playing really well, just making sure that we reset every game, and every game's a new day. So.
Duane, you don't get too many 6-game homestands or whatever it was here. Just how did you think you guys overall handled it, and did you get what you wanted out of it besides simply going 5-1 or whatever it was?
Yeah, this is pretty much what we wanted. We knew we had a really young team, and we did something a little different in trying to host our own MTE to get more home games. It's a pretty good feeling. This is kind of like how these high majors, handle it. They get 8 or 9 bye games at home, and you should be pretty damn good at home. But it was good for us. Hopefully we try to do it again next year. But it was really good for these young guys. Before we put everything together, we worked on our schedule last year. You don't know your team until you get them. Knowing what we have, I would go play our guys 5 high major games in a row. We got a resilient bunch. We wouldn't fold. So it was good. The administration's done a hell of a job. Our facilities folks, they've been working extremely hard these past 2 weeks. They've been here around the clock during our tournament. They turn right back around when they're here. So just a lot of really good people putting a lot of quality work in to help us pull this off.
Dean, talk about how you're assimilating to the team. Today in that very short period of time, you stuck with 4 threes. You seem to be in the rhythm, but also just throughout the season in general, you're making an impact on this team and how it's going to come about.
Yeah, I think my coaches talking to me every day about just stacking days and kind of just getting better every day. Every day is a new opportunity. And just being ready in any moment. Obviously today, I got like a little bit of that moment, and I kind of capitalized on that. So just being able to stack days and get better every day.
If I'll say this too, Dean, I just tell our team, we have a lot of really good players, and unfortunately they're 200 minutes. Everybody can't, everybody would like more. But Dean has every single day. You hear his voice, you feel his energy. He's doing all of the small things on a consistent basis to help put himself in position to have a game like today. Like last game, he had 2 offensive rebounds at a very critical moment. The other stats didn't pop off the stat sheet, but testament to him, just staying with it. He doesn't sulk, he doesn't pout, so big time kudos.
Julien, 5 assists, 3 steals, no turnovers today.
No turnovers. How about that?
I had a feeling that might be mentioned. So, just how much more of a flow are you in this year, having the chance to, get those kind of minutes, and just how much of a reflection do you feel like a game like this is of your overall, what you're bringing to the table?
Yeah, I think this year the coaches have put me in a really good spot, and they trust me, and I get to make the reads that I want to make. But yeah, I feel like at the beginning of the season, I know I'm a really good facilitator, but I was making a little bit of careless passes, throwing the ball around the place. So I actually watched film with Nate, and like we've just been talking about just be less careless and stuff. And I've been really trying to be focusing on that, and it just feels good to have a game like today and then get back in the rhythm. So yeah.
No more behind the back passes from the top of Keith and Jules. It's not going to happen. Anybody else? Awesome. All right.
Thank you.
Happy holidays, guys.